Yeah, I mean, Happy New Year to everybody. App State, it was a tale of that second quarter, I think, them scoring 34 points made it difficult. Their transition game was, really, really difficult to guard, and I think that was kind of the tale of what happened. I thought we played a little bit better the second half, but, yeah, we didn't have an answer for pretty much everything they did, getting up and down the floor. They out-rebounded us 2-1, and there was just a lot of things that we didn't take care of. So we got back into practice. One of the things that we took care of is we got Tamara back, so that's going to be a big part for us making this trip. She's healthy again and ready to roll. So hopefully we can get everybody back in and get back going. But yeah, it'll be a rough road trip. Dominion is number 11 in the country on defense. I think they only giving up 52 points a game. And then JMU's JMU, they got some shooters. They got a inside presence, so it'll be tough on the road. But, it's like Kevin's always says, if you can get a split, that's going to be a good thing. And hopefully we can get over there and win a couple games.
Coach, how important is it, first of all, to your offense, scoring points, getting a player like Tamara back in the lineup? How important is that going to be for you guys to try to bounce back?
Yeah, I think it's important because she does more than just defend, rebound, score. I mean, she just does it all, and it's her leadership too, it's like on the floor it helps us to get through things. The experience she has too, and knowing what we want, and she wants to do what we want to do. I think she fits our system. I mean, just every aspect of what she does. We missed her big time. When you're talking about 2-1, you get out-rebounded 2-1, that could have easily changed just with her 10 rebounds. Or even 15 rebounds. You just don't know what you're going to get. You're going to get some, though, and I think that's going to be a big plus. And then, her scoring, she's averaging a double-double. So, she's leading us in scoring, I think, at 13 points a game. So her coming back, I think that's going to be big for us. And, I think it'll be big for the other players, too, that'll get to play alongside of her. We better adjust on some of the lineups we have because of Tamara.
How worried are you just about, I know this conference season's just started, you're just one game in, but this is a pretty intimidating looking road trip and a lot of travel and long way and good teams and just the confidence level going to what it's going to take to win games.
I mean, it's a great bond, yeah. I mean, you, as a head coach, you worried about it, like you're practicing, but you got to keep your head up and try to make sure that you're prepared for them. That's all we can do is prepare for what we do and how we want to do it. And yeah, it's especially, ODU and James Madison paired together like that on the road that's going to be it's a tough call. And you just lost one, so you don't want to be 0-3, but it's just part of the beginning, and just keep your head up and keep the kids kind of playing hard and it's I guess everybody goes through it. You have certain parts of your schedule that is going to be a little bit tougher. So. Just so happened ours is at the beginning, 12 years of it. It's always kind of like that so we're used of it, so hopefully we can, get in there and kind of keep them going. And I got a good group, man. They're not going to quit. That's one thing that you're going to see. These kids, even down, I don't know how, 25 points at half, we came back and cut it to 9 or whatever, Them kids aren't going to quit. So I'm not really worried about that part. We just got to get back healthy, and we can keep them healthy. I don't like playing kids a lot of minutes, but it's kind of what we've done all, since we've been here is having to play kids a lot of minutes. And how can you keep them to last during conference and all that? But, but I am as a coach, as I'm looking at them like, whoa, it's going to be tough.
Who is somebody that you're kind of looking towards that can kind of step up to add into your scoring arsenal? Obviously, Brandy and Tamara are your leading scorers, but who's somebody else?
Well, if we can get Lene, Lene led us in scoring last year, and she shoots it well in practice and all that. Just, to me, it's on the defensive side and rebounding. We need our guards to rebound, and she's not doing some of that stuff. And she's getting, yesterday is the best I've seen her look as far as her getting up and down the floor. So she would be one. But I have Franklin, the freshman that's just coming. She hasn't played until the LSU game. She hadn't played any Division I game till then, and she did a pretty good job then. But, she's healthy again, and so now we're going to teach her on me. We're going to try to coach her on the go, man, and try to get her going. But I think she's going to be able to, you're going to might see us play a little bit more small. I call it small ball, because she's really a 3-4 player. she's 6'1", 6'2", but we play her at the 3-4. Now we're going to move her to the 5 and see if we can't get her to defend a little bit better and also get some scoring too. So I'm kind of hoping to, and we got to get Ashton Jones more consistent. You know, she shows signs of that she can play inside and do some things. Can we play both of them together? I don't know. We'll figure it out. But I think those things, you know, you'll see us being a little bit smaller. And I made a comment a while ago to the people at JMU is, you know, people always telling me we need bigger, 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 and it's just never always about big. It's about athleticism and the type of style you play and all that. And that's kind of what we used to. So sometimes you got to go back to what you're good at, and that's what we're going to try to do.
So the style of play, what App did is not going to be what you're about to face. Am I hearing that right? In these two teams, or
Say that again.
What App did best to hurt you is not going to be what they.
I don't see that. No.
Or what,
No.
what is it?
I think you're going to see ODU is they're going to get some guard. They're going to get up and pressure, and their defense is going to be like into gaps, and it's going to be a little bit tougher to score because they're keeping people at a 52. But then also, I don't see them in that transition as much. You know, I mean, that point guard for App State was, I mean, she nonstop pushing the ball down the floor, and so when you have them pushing the ball down the floor and everybody else running, it makes it difficult. And to me, they didn't stop. That's where, I mean, they ended up getting some threes out of it because of how they pushed the ball on the floor, you know. I don't see that with James Madison either. They got three-point shooters, but they're going to run more of a half-court game.
Coach, 4 straight home games after your conference opener. How important is that going to be early on for your team to go through that adversity?
Yeah, I mean, I think coming back is going to be important, but I'm more worried about getting on the road right now and trying to take care of that. You know, it's like, can we split? Can we get some wins? Any win that we get can kind of motivate us to be able to come home and try to, you know, protect home. We didn't protect home the first game, you know, and I think a lot of it was the matchup. We just didn't match up very well to App State.
So you've always been a defensive first coach. The defense right now is not what it has been most of the time you're here. So are y'all in transition as a coaching staff? Like, do we need to make some more offensive decisions here if the defense is not going to get to the level that it needs to be to carry it?
Yeah, I mean, that's a great point. You know, I think we've always been defensively, and that's where the public didn't understand that playing small ball didn't mean that we weren't going to be really, really good defensively. And so going big, if you know, and just my professional opinion is the fact that we're not making stops because of, you know, our bigs. It is what it is, you know. And so we have to make some adjustments. And the adjustments are, you know, maybe going back and playing small and pressuring the ball, maybe pressing a little bit more, and then we'll be able to guard in the half court. Now the problem with that is the rebounding. You know, can we rebound out of it? And that's where as coaches, again, we got certain drills that we can do to make ourselves block out and to help us to get anticipating what we need to do. So you're right. You know, it's like, do we want to become? I don't think we become that big time offensive team. I mean, I've got some really good guards, but you know, I think to be a really good offense team, you got to play inside out, and we're not there yet.